Hello everybody, this is TechStack here, and this is episode 4 of my Let's Play series here on what I'm going to officially call the CutterCraft server, because I haven't had any more suggestions, and I just kind of like that name. Kind of gives a feel for what this server is about, and that's the cutting edge of Minecraft, the snapshots. So, CutterCraft it is. Anyway, going to start the episode off a little bit different here. I recorded a zombie the other day that I just thought was kind of funny, so I'm going to show you that clip right now. Hello everybody, this is TechStack here, and as you can see, there are ways that you can exploit zombies. I know he's not going for me because the villagers are there, but this guy's been running around in circles, literally, for like 5-10 minutes here. He'll get down in there in the water, come up this way, and start running for the villagers until he gets on the track, and then he doesn't want to cross the track to go where he wants to go, and he starts it all over again. He's just in this loop, going back and forth. See? Crazy. There's got to be a good way that you can use railroads, these tracks, to funnel mobs into some kind of system. Haven't thought it through very much yet, but I'm probably going to set up something in Creative World, test it out sometime soon. Because there is definitely some way you can use this mechanic where they don't want to cross the railroad tracks to your advantage. But anyway, on with the show. And I seriously think that there is some way that we can exploit that guy. His behavior around those tracks is just too funny. If you watch my UHC series at all, you know what I'm talking about. There was a creeper that had done a very similar thing. He was coming for me. As soon as he got to where he actually touched the track, he turned and changed his path. It's like they can't see the track until they touch it. So that right there is the mechanic I think we can exploit in some way. But anyway, I'm going to show you the progress that I've kind of made on the server. It actually has been a while since we recorded the dragon fight. I don't remember what all in my base I've shown off and what I haven't. As you can see, I've named both my horses. That's Magnolia, and that one over there is, get closer, Old, it's not Old Navy, what is it, Old Nelson, there we go. Couldn't think of the name of it. I named them actually after horses that generals have had. There's a Wikipedia page you can go to and find that information on. Let's see if I can get off this guy. There we go. And it's just kind of an interesting way to name your horses, you know, something a little different. I'm not very creative when it comes to names. Anyway, as you can see, I've extended the base on down into here. Got a little bit of a sorted storage system. It's not just a manual sort at the time being. I plan on expanding my storage actually because I have all of these cobble chests full, including that one. It's got some smooth stone and other things in there, but running out of storage for just cobble mainly at this point, and I don't really want to get into these chests here because other things will be added to them, and I just need that storage. So I'm actually going to extend my base down this direction and put like bulk storage down here. So once I overflow my working storage up above, bulk storage will kick in, and everything will be stored down in this area. Just got to clear out a bunch of blocks and things like that. Over here you can see I've created a huge cactus farm. There's like 64 blocks of sand and cactus on top. My pumpkins, carrots, which actually have become my main food source. Traditionally I usually use cows or steak, I should say, or potatoes, and sometimes bread, but bread's kind of a pain because you really don't get that much from wheat unless you have a huge farm. I've been using carrots because this little farm has sustained me and allowed me to actually have a surplus of carrots at all times. Yes, they don't fill up very much of your hunger bar, but they're so fast. You know, you just come in here, punch it, and you can eat it right away. There's no cooking, there's no crafting at all involved in it. Down here I have my sheep farm. I've just kind of been breeding them at this point, and once I have everybody, or all the sheep I need bred, which at this point it looks like I might already have, I'm going to move them all down into these ones too. Have 2 sheep in each slot. There's 16 slots here. It'll be 1 color per pin, I guess. That way I have access to all of the sheep colors. I've already started to show you the second floor. What we've got going on over here in this corner is, I don't remember if you remember or not, or I don't know if you remember or not. We've been having problems with mob spawning on the server. Something about the, was it 39? Yeah, 39B snapshots. They're just not spawning properly. And that prompted me, because we were in desperate need of slimes, I had that other slime chunk over there, to dig out this area also, because right next to my base here, or in my base, there was 2 slime chunks side by side. And this thing has actually been producing pretty good. There's nothing in it right now, obviously, because I'm recording probably. But I've gotten quite a few slimes out of it. So having a double slime chunk right next to each other definitely increases your chances of getting slimes. The other thing I found is we do have, or we did, I don't know if it's still going on because there's nothing down there right now. The issue with mob spawning seemed to be corrected when I restarted the server. So there might be some type of issue when the server's on for so many days or whatever that the mob spawning just stops. So I really don't know if that fixed it or if there was something else going on that fixed it. But mobs have been spawning down in my new slime farm. Mobs have been spawning up in that thing, which you can see is quite a bit bigger. What else have we got going on? I went ahead and broke down because I got tired of running back to spawn all the time every time I need to go to the end or to the nether. And I went ahead and built myself a nether portal. As you can see, I did some, I don't know, pixel art, 3D pixel art of an Enderman face here. An angry Enderman face at that, and the way to get into the portal is to go through his mouth. So kind of a fitting thing because, you know, you got the particle effects and it is an Enderman. It just seemed to be kind of comical to me, so I built it. And in here, you can see this is a work in progress. Coolbum has taken it upon himself to build the server a nether hub. You can see it's still work in progress here, which is great that he's doing this. The only problem is my portal's extremely close compared to everybody else's. Because I am so close to spawn, so I might have to actually end up on the roof of this thing. I don't know how much bigger it's going to get. We were talking about it the other day, and I said, you know, if we have to, I volunteer to go on the roof or basement, whatever we need to do to really do this thing, and get it built the way he wants. Looks like it is going to be a flat roof, at least right now. Oh, there might be something over there. What else? We have been trying to get enough skulls to have a wither fight. I personally would love to fight a wither. I wouldn't mind having the beacon built so that you know, we can have those added benefits. I know right now I probably don't have enough resources to build an entire beacon, but it's just one of those things. It'll be fun to fight the wither as a group and just have a little bit of fun with it. On this room here, I will be changing these walls out. Haven't decided what yet. I don't know. I just don't care for the smooth stone next to something like that. Let me grab this because I just now noticed that we had the gravel there. Okay. Really, that's kind of what I've been working on mainly. The guys over there are still trying to do an iron trench, I think. As you can see, there's not been much work done on it from what I can tell over here. Let's head over to spawn. Oh, somebody's building something else at spawn there. Just noticed that. That's cool. I'll check that out too. Over here by spawn there, we've made some changes to... we had a chicken farm set up over here, but unfortunately the thing was causing lag, and whoa, what happened to the bridge? I hope that's because somebody's going to improve it. Huh. Yeah, it looks like they're going to make it wider maybe. Oh, that's cool. What is going on with the path? Things are changing. Anyway, the chicken farm was just making too much noise up here, so it's been crated away in a chest somewhere, I think they said, until they find a better spot for it. I want to see what this building is over here, because that is definitely new. Whose base is this? A chest, but that doesn't tell us nothing. Oh, and a ladder. Okay. No sign. I'm loving the snapshot just for the fact that the sprint thing is pretty much gone. And by that I mean you don't have to double tap and then it doesn't recognize that you're actually trying to sprint. It actually does and just goes because you hit the control button instead. That's the default button. Nope, nobody started on the town hall yet. I had a couple people say that they wanted to build that, but I see there has been no progress yet. And nothing else over here. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and cut here, and I'll come back when I have my project. Oh, I know what I was going to tell you. We've also built a regular iron farm over here. That's what I was going to tell you. Get up closer to it. It's just a iron, what I call traditional, traditional iron golem farm that uses the fact that there's enough villagers there to recognize as a village, and that causes iron golems to be produced. And the iron golems come in this area. There's a lava blade in there, and then they die, and all their drops get sucked up by these chests here. I think right now it's only got one active floor on it. Yeah, that second floor we've started and never finished. But it's producing like 3 stacks of iron a day with just the one floor, which is pretty cool. Obviously isn't enough to supply the whole server with iron or anything like that, but there's several people on here that wouldn't want to use it anyway. The sky rail thing you see off there, that's to Jordan's base, and I think JT O'Brien, they both record, so I don't want to go over there and show it off. I'll leave that up to them to show it off, but their base is looking pretty cool. Oh, we've got another bridge over here. Awesome. People have been going to town when I've been off the last day or two. Yes, cool. JT O'Brien. His YouTube channel is Dr. Professor. But anyway, I'm going to head back over this way. I'm going to work out how I'm going to do my next big build here, and I'll be back with that. Hey guys, I'm back here. I'm going to go to sleep, so it's daytime. I've been wanting to try something with my mob farm up here. You've probably seen it off in the distance, that mob farm up there. Basically, what I want to do here is there's a way inside Minecraft that you can get mobs to spawn in a specific area that's kind of, I won't call it too cheaty. In fact, like, let's do this. I'm going to take a screenshot of this, if it'll let me. No, it won't. Of course. Well, we've got 4, 27, 42, and 28 in here. I'm going to pillar up to the top of this thing, and I'll meet you up there and I'll explain what's going on. Okay, here we go. I'm at the top of this thing. I'm going to keep going up. I've seen this on some other channels. Etho has done it in the Nether, where he gets up above the Nether, pillars up to just the right height, where all other mobs basically despawn, and the only things that can spawn are ones that are in his spawner. I've also seen it on, more recently, Panda's channel. Panda needed a ton of redstone and materials for building one of the most awesome devices I've ever seen in Minecraft. and that was the ability to cause spawners to spawn in wherever he wants in his world. Basically, he pushed blocks out to the very edge of his known world and put them in a configuration where it would show, or it would spawn in exactly for spawners, skeleton spawners specifically. He manipulated the game basically in a way by just using its own mechanics to an extreme. Let's see, we've got 18 entities, it's saying. Let's see if we can go all the way up to the build height and then start coming back down and see if that number goes up. Because right now, in theory, right now, we're high enough that no mobs should be spawning down on the ground or below ground and surviving. They should all instantly despawn. That's the theory, at least. So I'm going to go down just a little bit lower. So we've got 19, 18 now, because he would have fallen if they're in there. What would be the 18 entities? So if I look that way, it's 0. So it is working. And I'm looking at the E number, the third line down from the top on the F3 coordinates. The E is the entity count. Okay, so when it jumps up to 19, that's the block I'm grabbing. Let me stop recording, do some math here, and see if I can figure out the optimal height for this. Well, I've been doing some experimenting here. I've tried some different heights. I've tried restarting the server because I know that's one of the issues that we've been experiencing in the snapshots, at least, that mobs stop spawning once the server runs for so long. And I'm not seeing the results I was looking for. Like right now I'm seeing the entity count of 17. And I just don't think that they're falling out of the thing. I checked already once when I went all the way up to the build height, and there was no more drops in the thing when that happened. Still about 18. As I build up, I did notice occasionally there was a spike. I went down to 24 above the platform there, the top of the thing, thinking that that would be at least the minimum distance I need to be away from it for mobs to start spawning. My calculations tell me, like, if the world is like at 70, which the default level, like down there, or I'm sorry, over there is like 64. That's water level. So there's several blocks up to get to the top of that. So I went up to like 200, just to ensure that I was up high enough to be out of range of spawning for that. And it just doesn't seem to be doing anything. Not sure what that's about exactly. So I'm going to pillar up here a little bit. I'm going to give it like 10 minutes time or something. See if things start spawning in. And I'll let you know. Okay, guys. As I'm coming down here the rest of the way, you can see the entity count dropped to 15. It dropped to 15 after about 5 minutes of sitting at the top of this thing. Let's take a listen to. I am not hearing any mobs. I'm thinking it's not working at all. After about 5 minutes, it did drop down to 15. So I think that means that there were a couple mobs in here, and they just despawned out. There's like an idle timeout. They're so far away from the player, and they stop moving basically. And if they stop doing that for long enough, they despawn. So let's get to the bottom of this thing. Check the mob drop catcher here thing. See if it truly did pick up any. And it doesn't look like it. So, failed. I'm kind of out of ideas on it, how to get it to work. Mob spawning is just broken, these snapshots. The one time resetting the server, restarting it, seemed to fix it. And now this time it did not. Let's check it. Quick check down here in the slime farm. See if there's anything in this. I'm going to assume there's not going to be. Doesn't mean for sure that mob spawning is broke, but it's a pretty good indication because when it was working, there was quite a few slimes in this area. Yeah, there's nothing. Okay, well, I think I'm gonna have to wrap up this episode. Yeah, come back next time. Last night Zarfied came up with an awesome idea. We were working on it together, trying to brainstorm, and he came up with the idea of how to fix his villager storage trading cell thing. So it's a very compact design compared to some of the other ones I've seen. It's got fail safes in it and everything else, and it's just really nice. So I'll probably be showing that off sometime in the near future. So anyway, this is TechStack signing off on episode 4 of the server Let's Play here on our Snapshot server. See you later. Bye now.